Hey YouTube, Weatherby Vanguard 308. Just a quick little overview. Get a little close-up of it. Then we'll put the camera back in the tripod. And we'll talk about her features and why I chose this particular rifle. I wanted a longer range target rifle to supplement my Bushmaster 223. Now I picked the 308 because I'm a big fan of NATO-based rounds. 308s are relatively cheap for what they'll do, and because I rarely shoot it over 200 yards, something like the 30-06, which I actually like, was just too expensive and too big for me. Now when I went out looking, I looked at a lot of different rifles, from Savage's, Ruger's, and I took a long hard look at the Remington 700 series. And it really came down to that, the Remington 700 series and this Weatherby. The tipping point for me was probably a toss-up between the price, and I just wanted to see if Weatherby could do what they claimed they could do for that price. And I have been very happy with this rifle. Now, a little bit of background on it. The barrel and the receiver are built in Japan by Howa. Now, it's a hammer-forged 24-inch barrel. They ship them over to California, and these rifles are assembled by Weatherby. So you get the Weatherby fit and finish, and I don't know if you saw when I did the little circle around it. The rifle's just built real well. It's solid as a rock, never had any problems, and I carry it around in the woods by its sling, and I've banged it into things. I have not babied this. I mean, I'm not throwing it around, but I'm not carrying it with kitten feet either. And I've had absolutely no trouble with fit and finish. So for its place, Weatherby's done real good. Some of the specs, okay, it's 44 inches overall. It has a 5-in-1 capacity. It's got a polymer stock. Now, they say from the factory it weighs 7¼ pounds. Now, when it comes from the factory, there's no sights, there's no nothing on it. It's completely naked. So, when I added the scope, the bipod, and the other things you see here, I'm guessing it's probably a little over 8. It may be added, maybe it added a pound. I'm not a great judge of weight. I know when I carry it, it isn't heavy. It isn't particularly light, but it's not difficult to carry at all. Now, some of the features I liked about it is obviously the fit and finish. It is a Mauser-inspired action. Very smooth, works real well. Thumb safety. I also like the trap door. If you have unexpended rounds in there, you don't have to recycle over and over and over again to pop them back out. Pop the lever, down comes the trap door, out come all the rounds. I like that a lot. Just saves me time, trouble, and it saves cycling of the weapon. Now, I added a couple things with it. I went ahead and put the Harris bipod on it. This is a non-swiveling one. Works fine for me, and in case you're not familiar with these, I'm not going to move it because it's centered in the picture right now, but these legs fold forward and they're parallel with the barrel for carry. It attaches right where the sling mount used to be, and it has a sling mount on it, so it doesn't interfere with your sling mounting at all. I went ahead and added the Uncle Mike's carrier. So there's 6 there, 5 capacity, 1 in the tube, total of 12. More than enough for what this is designed to do. Now, I did go ahead and get a scope that I've never used before. It's a Pentax Game Seeker. It's a 3x9x40. It's probably way too much scope for the distances I'm shooting, but it's real comfortable for me and also very inexpensive. I don't remember the exact price, but I know it was under $100 because that was my goal. And it does have the little see-through protective covers on it. A lot of times I'll actually shoot with them on it. I can see through them just fine. As they get older, maybe they'll cloud up, and I won't be able to do that. For now, fine. So the total cost, I mean, I don't want to mention, I guess I shouldn't mention prices, but, you know, well, the heck with it. I will say this. It came in, like you see it, almost I'm going to say $175 to $200 less than the 700. So today, I mean, you can look at the date when this is posted. Someone can get this exact rig, at least I got it, for the mid-fives. So that price, man, I cannot complain at all. The rifle does everything I need it to do for that price. The last thing I want to tell you about is that it does have an adjustable trigger, and it'll give you, I think it's 2.5 pounds of adjustment, 3 to 4.5, something like that. Bottom line, I don't know because I didn't have to touch it. I took it out of the box. The trigger felt great. It broke clean, right where it felt comfortable to me. So I was fortunate. I didn't feel I needed to mess with it at all. And as a final point on the accuracy, Weatherby does, when you buy one of these, include the test target. And I guess you probably can't read that. That's 150 grain, 308s, 100 yards. That's the group. And I can tell you, with this scope, I had a very easy time at those short ranges I was shooting, which was just a little bit more than 100, duplicating that group. So for a very competitively priced 308, I'm very happy with what Weatherby has done here. Would I buy another one? Wouldn't even think twice about it. In fact, this one will probably stay in the family. We'll probably end up with one of the kids eventually, or I'll buy them one. It's just a great, great rifle. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and y'all have a great day.